Hello, Haynesbridge 8th graders. Here's your counselor, Miss Manning, and I'm here to talk about some important news related to your transition to Centennial High School. Well, first things first, over the last few weeks, you and I have been talking about your individual graduation plan. The guidance lessons that we did help to prepare you so that you'll have an opportunity to see some of the classes that you'll be taking in high school, particularly your 9th grade classes. Well, before we start talking about the Centennial 9th grade elective forms, let's kind of review over some of the classes that we know that you will be required to take as a freshman at Centennial High School. Well, first of all, you would have to take literature, okay, 9th grade lit. You'll have the math class, you'll have biology, you'll have health, and of course, that wonderful class period of lunch. Now, we'll talk about that a little bit later, but it is treated just like a regular class period. So right now you have about 25 to 30 minutes of lunch. There you'll have about 55 minutes of lunch. Woohoo! Way to go. And you'll have a chance to hang out with your friends. Okay, so getting back to some of these classes. The classes that you see here, Lit, Math, Biology, and Health, these are required classes. So these classes you will take all year long. So these are your year-long classes. So these are already preset for you. Okay, so you're like, well, Miss Manning, great, I already know that. Can we please get to the form? Okay, thank you for asking. Well, let's go over here to this form. Again, this is your Centennial High School Rising 9th grade elective form. Everyone should have a label for your name, okay? The box Haynesbridge should be checked. And we'll look at some of the electives that you want to take. What we like for you to do is to rank your electives 1 through 4. Now, why are we asking for 4 electives? Well, if we come right along here, we come back over here, you have 6 spots left, okay? So you'll have a total of about 7 classes, okay? But really, honestly, remember, this period for lunch is a whole class period, so you get a chance to fill these 2 in. So these are where your electives fall into place. So we ask you to choose at least 4, and that reason is because when you go to Centennial High School, you don't really have first preference as a freshman. They fill the classes from the seniors all the way down to the freshmen. So just in case you can't take a particular elective that you want, they'll have some additional electives to choose from. Okay, so what I would like for you to do, and we're going to scroll up a little bit so you can see this form well. We want to look at the examples that they have here. They give us 3 examples, okay, on how you can fill in your electives, okay. On the left side, you'll see the semester electives. 1/2. Everybody say 1/2, okay? 1/2 is half of 1 year-long credit. Woohoo! Give yourself a high five. Okay, so you have your semester electives on the left-hand side, and you have your year-long elective classes on the right-hand side. The classes that you have here, let's look at example 1. If you want to take Introduction to Art, okay, let's find Introduction to Art. Do you see Introduction to Art? Yes, you do. It is right here. Okay, so it is a semester elective. So that means that we only have half. We need 1 more. So there's drawing and painting. So you have that and you have drawing and painting. So you put 1 and 1. Okay, I know it's done for you, but let's just kind of look at it again. So let me go on this side. So you would choose Intro to Art, which is right here. Okay, this is your first choice. And your second choice is drawing and painting. So you'll put 1 there. So that's choice number 1. Okay, you want to take band. Okay, let's find band. Go ahead. And I believe that band is on the right side. Okay, so we're looking at band, intermediate band. This is choice number 2. Okay, the reason why we're putting 2 here is because it is a year-long elective, which means it already accounts for 1 full credit. All right, then we have the JROTC. Okay, JROTC is right here, so that would be choice number 3. So you have that there. We have 4, General PE. So we'll look for General PE. Help me find it. Where is General PE? General PE is right on the semester side. So that would be your option number 4. And because it is a half credit, we have to have 2. Remember, you'll have to have 2 of these to equal 1. Okay, 1 full credit. Then we have weight training. So you'll also look for weight training. Okay, and weight training is right below. So there you have those. All right, that's option example number 1. Okay, so in other words, you can see how easy it is to fill these in. We have example number 2. Band is a full year, so it runs year long. So JROTC runs year long. Then you have law and justice. So you can choose a combination of both, or you can just say, hey, I just want to have 4 classes that are year-long electives. If that's the case, then you'll select your choices from this whole list here. Okay, there's another example, example number 3, where you have introduction to art and drawing, okay, which is the same here. Then you have beginning guitar 1 and 2. So beginning guitar is right here, okay? So these 2, because they're semesters, we have 2. Again, we have 2 here, okay? Let me just take this off so I won't confuse you. These 2 equal 1. Okay, then you have health science, which is one full year elective, and then number 4 is the JROTC. Okay, so now we have made it through completing the form. You guys have done an excellent job. Okay, just a few things. If you are a current student here at Haynesbridge Middle School and you are taking the Introduction to Art class or the Introduction to Business and Technology or Mr. Ogier's Spanish Honors class, you're doing great, you've passed, you may have that opportunity to be able to waive taking Introduction to Art class in high school. Give yourself a pat on the back. It's been some good work with some hard work. So if you've taken these classes here and you've passed, then you do not have to take Introduction to Art at Centennial High School. You can go ahead and just move to taking either Art History 1 or Art History 2, so forth or so on. So you have some options there to bypass. Okay, so now, personal fit. Now, if you look at the back of the form, the same form that you have for the course elective sheet, we have conveniently placed the waiver form on the back. There are 3 ways in which you can exempt personal fitness. Well, the 3 ways include the JROTC option, okay? Also, where you're taking JROTC and you're taking it for 3 years. The second option is through participation in sports, okay, either on the varsity or 2 years of JV. The last option is the marching band. You have to complete 2 complete seasons of marching band preparation. So just letting you know, these are some options that you have in order to waive. Now, if the waiver is approved, then you will look down at the bottom of this form and you'll circle the elective course that you would like to take. You complete it, your parents will sign it, and you'll turn it in no later than February the 3rd. Okay, so the due date is when? February the 3rd. Thank you, students and parents, for making sure that we get these forms back. Once we receive these forms, the next step is they will go to Centennial High School, where they will be reviewed, and the other additional courses, recommendations from your teachers will be also added and considered. After that, you'll receive your verification form sometime in February, late February. And from there, you can make any changes that you'd like to make. Okay, well, any other information? Any other questions? Oh, and one last thing. If you want to look more at the courses that Centennial High School is offering, there is going to be a link to the course catalog so that you and your students can take, more opportunities to look at that. Thanks again, students and parents. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, Mrs. Manning, or Centennial High School. Make it a great evening. Bye-bye.